This audience is finished. Mererid, take him to the sorceress.
Did the gentleman not understand? Did I not emphasize adequately that one must... The gentleman will have time for a stroll later. Please stay with me. The gentleman will have time for a stroll.
I want to see what's down here. Ooh. Silver ingot. I guess my adventuring days are over for now. Let's go follow this Serpus. Come on. Why do they walk so slow? Really do hope I'm talking loud enough for y'all to hear me. Huh. Oop. Ran into somebody.
Once the gentleman is done, he should see me to retrieve his possessions.
Will sharpen yet. Yes? Then transcribe. The true authority in Novigrad is not the city council or the merchants' guild, but the church of the eternal fire and the criminal underworld. At times it is difficult to tell the one from the other. They both display a similar ruthlessness and cynicism that...
Please wait, Your Excellency. I'm falling behind.
You know what? I'll write the report myself. I need only prepare a clean draft. In triplicate.
A shame I have no time.
Geralt, that tunic. You look positively smashing.
Dying to take it off.
I'd consider that a proposition under different circumstances. One I might even take you up on. But we've matters to attend to. Now do you understand why I'm at Emir's court?
And seems we're in the same boat now. Ciri, she's really back? No chance he's mistaken?
Look, that's more or less what she looks like now. Or so our agents claim. Our little witch has grown into a young lady.
How about that? She's grown up?
It's been years since you trained together at Kaer Morhen. A great deal has changed.
You haven't? Not a bit?
I miss those awkward compliments of yours. But let's focus on...
Ladies' man as always.
Right. Emir said the Wild Hunt's after her. I'd find that hard to believe before what happened yesterday. How did they track us down?
Because of me. You see, I've spent months searching for Ciri, using locating spells, haruspicy, geomancy, anything, really. I knew the Wild Hunt might sense it, perhaps even find me, but I thought I'd trick them.
Well, guess you were wrong.
I've sensed them on my trail, hunting me, for some time. If not for you and Emir's soldiers, they'd have gotten what they were after. I can't risk another encounter like that. It's time to put away the magic, turn to more traditional methods. To the best tracker I know. You must find her, Geralt, before the Wild Hunt does.
So where's Ciri been seen exactly?
In two places, Valen and Novigrad. The trail in Valen is most promising. You should make that your first stop. Ask for a merchant named Hendrik at the inn at the crossroads. One of the Emperor's agents. He should get in touch with you.
That's it? No passwords, secret handshakes.
No. Sorry to spoil your fun. Your boyhood fantasies about the crafts of the trade. All we have in Novigrad are unconformed reports.
I'm gonna have to start titling these by that way I have at least a semblance of order in my games.
She's got a cozy flat on the main square.
Sure she'll be delighted to see me. What about you? What will you do?
I shall sail for Skellige. There was a magic explosion there recently, blew half a forest down. I believe this had something to do with Ciri. I'll be in Caer Trold. Join me there once you've learned something.
One thing before we go. Why didn't you contact me? Didn't need me? Didn't even want to see me?
I didn't want to spoil things. I'd heard you and Triss made a great couple.
I'd lost my memory.
Really? That's your excuse?
Harsh.
Let's drop it, alright? It's not what you think, or it helped me understand how much I love you. I don't wish to hear it. Any of it.
Guess this means we need to split up again. Not my preference, but I understand. Clock's ticking.
It is indeed. So why don't I teleport you to Velen, get you there at once?
Not gonna happen. I'll go on horseback as soon as I can get changed.
Wait. Oh, and you really look quite dashing in black velvet.
Think so? Yeah, I can have some of my aligned with it. Good luck, Yen.
Same to you. And if you wish to learn what's happened in the world while you and Vesemir roamed the wilderness, the Valatra, that's him over there. And Geralt, I time, but try not to be a hero, all right? Just those leads and come back to me in one piece. I shall be waiting.
Last time I didn't pay too much attention to that. That's pretty awesome.
Scars healed nicely.
Useful stuff from the looks of it. Let's see. Yep, okay. Not allowed to use my inventory yet. Soon we will, and then you'll be able to equip all the nice toys you've built for this place.
Yennefer suggested I ask you about current war and so on.
Of course. The Emperor's servants should keep no secrets from each other, if you will. The map.
Y'all see, I'm trying to be good and not skip through all this crap.
How's the war going? I mean, apart from the fact that Nilfgaard's triumph is imminent.
I assume this to be a private conversation. We've no witnesses, so let's dispense with the propaganda, shrouded in irony. Our offensive was going splendidly until winter came. Edirn was in such disarray that we encountered no resistance. The Pontar before the first snows. Only a weakened and Radovid's Redania, which had pleas for help. We thought they'd sue for peace, perhaps even submit to vassalization. We waited for spring, certain of...
Radovid? Submit?
Yes, a vain hope, I agree. Radovid sent no peace envoy. He advanced on our positions. Instead, charged over the snow-bound mountains and attacked Hedwyn, his ally. When by surprise. They were still mourning the loss of their king. Rudderless and defeated, they laid down their arms on lost skirmishes, joined Radovid. And so by spring, instead of 2 weak, they had only 1 power.
That admiration
Is our foe, but I cannot deny clever. He played us fools, particularly dense ones at that. Returning to the war, spring there was a massive in the marshes of Valen. Massive, yet indecisive. Both sides suffered enormous losses, unprecedented even. The Pontar, he's safe for now, until reinforcements arrive from the south. Then Emperor Emir will deal.
Couldn't you just go home? Save everyone marching, not to mention a few human lives.
I'm afraid the stakes are too high to fold now. We can only go all in.
How do things look in Velen?
As bad as ever, perhaps. This land, milk and honey, and now it flood. These have swept several times, trampling fields, looting granaries, burning villages. Famine grips the population.
So how's ruling that earthly going for you?
Not well, to be honest. Forces are spread thin as, and Velen is chiefly swampy that are difficult to control. Several patrols never return to their camps. Thus, the rarely delegated authority in this region to a certain a former low officer in the Temerian army, one Philip Strenger, better by his nom de guerre, the Bloody Baron. I advise you well. Avoid him.
What's new in Skellige?
Islanders pride themselves on that, don't they? Doing everything according to tradition, as their forefathers did. And like their forefathers, they each other. Occasionally attack our transports. This is cumbersome, but nothing more. Skellige has always been a footnote to history, and so it shall remain.
Sound awfully confident. What if King Bran manages to unite the Jarls? Lead all the clans against your
King Bran is a feeble old man. From what I know, he barely remembers the name of vassals. Uniting all might prove difficult.
Thanks for your help.
Nothing of it. May the great sun light your path.
I've said before, loot.
How might I serve the gentleman?
By things.
Citrus and cloves. The fragrance will keep the gentleman's robes fresh longer.
Inches.
The Emperor for his patience. He wants his daughter back safe and sound, as soon as possible.
Yeah, mentioned something of the sort. So long.
hate having new item notifications, so I look through most things. Royal Palace. That's about 10 crown. Really easy way to gain some coin if your cards are good enough. Let me add one decoy to my deck. 32 cards. The less cards in your deck, the better chances of you getting the cards that you want. So what I do is clear out the ones I can, but out of all of those, I'd rather have these two because you have good chances of having them. One biting frost. There we go. That's good. A good hand right there. Seems like archers are going to be our win for this game. Ha! Exactly what I was hoping he would do. You can pick up with decoy. You can pick up cards from your field, and when they do stuff like this, you can do stuff like that. Now you're 2 cards above them, generally speaking. Could potentially beat them. That's okay. And that's how you win. And every time you win with the Northern Realms cards, you draw a card. I think, yep. This guy's got good cards. Oh, that's bad. Let's see if we can use our cards to win. See what this impenetrable fog does for us. Yes. That was a close one. Fullest. Huh. Not a card I'm familiar with. Oh. Well, I think that was the only Gwent player in this game, in this area. That sucks. No locked doors. I hate locked doors. That's why I like the Skyrim thing, the lockpick option. It was nice. Just making sure I didn't miss anything or anyone. If I miss something, I'm pretty sure y'all let me know eventually. And that one's locked. So, off away to, what was it, Valen? To Valen we go.
One false move and you will
Any
be
tidings
ready.
from Vizima?
Huh. Sure will, Buster. What, babe?
Yes, can Esquid.
Nintamir Detra.
Sheganatuvin.
Okay. Now time to go to Valen. Because I can't go in any of these doors.
Geralt and Yennefer were reunited, but something even more important happened in Rivia. Geralt learned that Cirilla, his one-time ward, had returned from afar, and she was in danger. He was to find her, at the Emperor's command and Yennefer's behest.
Sorry for that sound. That sounds a fan going. I've got a ton of games on my PlayStation 3. If I can figure out how to stream on that, I might have a couple of different games that I can potentially show you guys. For now, it's gonna stay a Witcher 3 channel. Might do some Dragon Age Inquisition, maybe some Devil May Cry, or Mortal Kombat, or Call of Duty, or The Evil Within. I didn't do too on The Evil Within though. I couldn't really get into it. Oh, look out, the corpse tree.
Move it.
Wagons showed on loaded with from the throats. Who I am?
One from either side. Cavalry for the wood.
They found him. You seen me muscles?
Step away. Captain's praying. Connie's.
What do you want?
Rejoice, for even a creature as depraved and base in nature as you can serve the eternal fire. Someone must see to the corpses on the battlefield. Necrophages defile those not already rotting in mass graves. This is not right.
That's to be my good deed for the day?
One, I might add. I know your kind don't work for free.
All right, I'll take care of it.
This will count among merits. The more good one works in life, the more hallowed things are. Yes, splendid. Here are the honestly and set a. I wish it to flare high of the eternal fire and all that.
Once I've incinerated the body, you.
Shall be near the bridge to know.
the next ones come.
When they come, I'll tend to them. Meanwhile, let's you and me chat. Who I'm untying.
John Verdon. Served in the 10th Maribor Division.
Long way from your army.
My army don't exist no more. Black Ones smashed it to bits. I scarpered off into the woods just before that happened. Joined a group of refugees. Fucking bursting patriotism they were. As soon as they learned I'd abandoned Temeria in her hour of need, they beat me down. Tied me up like a turkey, left me to the drowners.
Fine, I'll help.
Oh, thanks. For a minute there, it was almost to leave me to die. I'd like to thank you somehow, but I've not a chip crown to my name.
Tough. I'll take the loss.
Thanks, Witcher. May you prosper on the path.
Jacko, Hannah, go home now.
You'll not scare her away.
I'll not give her up, not on me life.
Looking for a man. Goes by Hendrik.
What do you want with him?
Want to talk to him.
What about?
Give me a bottle of something strong.
Yay for drinking.
You gotta go. I'll open the back way for you.
Haven't finished my drink yet.
Innkeep, vodka.
Who's this in?
Brave warrior, looks like. Got 2 swords, see?
Oi, great boy. What's the point of having 2 swords?
Wonder if he keeps an extra prick in his trousers too.
You fucking deaf? Gonna say who you are? Or do I need to loosen your tongue with me knife?
How about I buy everybody around?
Why would you?
Got the coin for it. Simple as that.
I don't drink with strangers.
We share a round, won't be strangers anymore. Then we go our separate ways.
And which way might yours be?
On my way to Novigrad.
City of whores and whoremongers.
To your health. And mine.
Bottoms up.
If you want a rest, come with me. I've a bench you can use.
I step in the hut, and there's the bumpkin with what looks like his son. That's on the pretty side, I think to myself. Oh, is his daughter?
Thanks for not starting a row with those swine.
I don't generally poke my nose in other people's business.
Looking to stay the night?
No. I'm looking for Hendrik.
Man lives in Heatherton.
Don't know where that is.
Other side of the hill. Looked that away this morning, saw a strange glow. Imperials on the raid, perhaps. But who knows?
Anything else you can tell me about Hendrik?
Odd fellow. Arrived from who knows where and for no apparent reason. Shacked up with a widow whose husband was stabbed for a scrap of bread.
Baron's men don't like strangers.
Aye, he stays out of their way. Always seems to know when they're coming. Always manages to disappear.
Thanks, Innkeep.
Greetings.
Wouldn't mind a drink? Show me what you got.
And of course, I'm gonna buy Gwent cards. I learned my lesson last time and ended up having to rerun every single place to be able to make some cash off of them. And I just sell all this random stuff. Now I'll find most of this crap somewhere else anyways. Yeah, I might as well. Keeps me from getting overburdened anyways. That was all she wrote. Good story.
Well, a week before, it massacred a whole squadron in Ingholm, but far fewer heard that story.
Baron's not from around here, right?
He's Temerian. So they took the old lord's castle, and reckon once the Blackens feel sure they hold the land, they'll let him keep Crump.
Thanks. Farewell.
One round, you said? And that were it. Now, sod off.
Good shoes, Ardy. Them's nice.
That's so.
I'm busy, man.
No!
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
you in the broad world.
Ooh.
that's what happens when you're low level and aggressive. Okay, this is awesome. It did an auto save right before I died.
Leave me be, whoever you is. Get away!
Calm down. It's over.
Aye, it's over. All's past, never to be restored. I'll not forget that ever.
Looking for a man named Hendrik, supposed to live in this village.
Aye, he did. No longer. They nabbed him in that hut. If you'd have heard the cries, sir. If you'd have heard how a man can scream, how he can suffer.
Tell me what happened here, step by step.
They took him. Took him all. The sun was waning, see, and the dusk went crimson like blood. Thought to myself, strange, the toads, I cannot hear them. Terror through and through. Hendrik screamed. Then he begged. By the end, he could do but moan.
Just wonderful.
Weren't here long, the terrors. Yet the village froze like in the heart of winter.
You in that hut when they rode off?
No, and I'll not set foot there. Never.
Farewell, and peace of mind to you.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a night tonight.